Alrighty.
What's good, Detroit Lions Nation? Welcome to our
Oh,
first
yes.
ever podcast. Sammy and Slim on the mic live. How you
Yes,
feeling,
sir.
Slim? How you feeling? How you
I'm
feeling?
feeling good. I'm
Feeling
feeling
good.
good. Preseason is preseason. Really, that no, it matters, but it really doesn't matter. Uh, I'm looking forward to this season. Last year gave me so much hope, and if any indication what this offseason was, if that gives any indication to this upcoming season, Sunday night in prime time, sorry, Dan can't. Dan Cable's nuts are back in the wheelbarrow, starting soon.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. We are here to prove the doubters wrong. So many people saying it was fluke last year, saying we got lucky. We got lucky to be in a championship game. There was no reason for us to be there.
Mm-mm.
But this year we ready to prove it, man.
Yes,
We ready to
sir.
prove ourselves, man. But yeah, so welcome to our podcast. This is called the Sammy and Slim Show. For the first ones who've never been here before. Um, we will be discussing Detroit football. That's what we love, that's what we breathe, that's what we watch, and that's what we do
Hmm.
all day, all day. So
Let me cut you off there, Sam.
go Peter.
I don't mean to cut you off,
No, you good,
but
you good.
I want to show something to the camera, to our folks and the fans. A little
Go ahead.
something quick,
Go ahead, show
especially
that hat,
for
Slim.
this ain't trying to jaw at anybody in particular that we know, but Gerard,
Go and show them
repeat,
the NFC North Division champs. Champs. They don't know about that.
but
They don't know about that. But yeah, man. You know, it's always a privilege now watching the Lions over our years of watching them, me and Slim. We're not used to this much success. Both of us has been fans for a long time, and us now finally seeing some success is
I still remember
great.
watching Joey Harrington vividly.
Joey
Joey Harrington,
Harrington,
John
John
Kitna.
Kitna, and
Oh
Drew
my
Stanton coming around. Just
gosh.
just nasty lineups, and
Hmm.
now we finally on top, you know, and it feels good.
Hmm.
It feels good to finally be back, in the winning columns. Well, not back, because honestly, in our lifetime, I don't think we ever seen a winning season.
No, we never
Well,
was
I mean,
there.
with Stafford, when we with Stafford, and Calvin Johnson for a year, but
I think that was it 2007, 2008 when we went to made the wild card play New Orleans or
yeah,
something like that.
we made that in 08, 09, played wild card. We lost, obviously. Drew Brees cooked us.
Yeah.
But we went back in 2015 or 14 with Stafford and Calvin Johnson, and that's when we went to Dallas, played the
Don't get me
Cowboys.
don't
Yeah.
get me
So
started on
yeah,
that crap.
yeah, that was whole crazy game, high scoring game, BS call at the end, pass interference, but it was a pass interference, but they didn't call it. Whole bunch of other stuff that went down in that game. We should have won the game, but
Hmm.
neither here and there. We have two playoff wins under our belt, which is great now,
Big
and
ones.
which yeah, we're crazy. But now coming to this season, this upcoming season, the 2024 season, 25 season, what are our expectations this year, Slim? I want you to tell us what our expectations is. You're thinking, come out your own. What you thinking?
Well, right now I looked at the schedule, got it typed out here. I'm looking at us sitting at the end of week 18 with a record of 14-3.
Hmm.
Now, I guarantee there's going to be some people out there that are going to say, "Oh, that's a homer's prediction." Like, yeah, you can say that, but I'm just looking at the schedule realistically, and I can see us losing some of these games, but I can see us winning the majority.
Okay.
Now, I don't say this is a cupcake schedule. This is actually tough. Any game, regardless of what team it is that you play week in, week out in the NFL, I don't care if it's the Minnesota Vikings. I don't care if it's, the LA Raiders or
Thanks.
like those dog water teams at the bottom of the league. Any game's tough. You underestimate a team, you're gonna get cooked.
For sure.
So let's start off week one.
Yes,
This
sir.
Sunday prime time.
Mm-hmm. Who
Another
you
Matt
got?
Stafford come back to Ford Field. I see us winning that one.
Same
I
here.
it's
Let it know.
you're starting off not just week one. It's not just the start of the season. It's prime time.
For
Coming
sure.
off of last year, kind of how it ended, not the greatest, but they're already talking about breaking records and stuff like that as far as like attendance and the sound barrier and all this other
It's gonna be
stuff.
loud. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
loud downtown.
it's about to be loud. And what's crazy, like correct me here because I know I'm forgetting it. Who did we play in the last preseason game? It was Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, yep. Steelers, yep.
Didn't we start the or cause some false starts and all this other crap for a
Yes, we
preseason
did.
game?
For a preseason game against Justin Fields, the former Chicago Bears
Sold out.
quarterback.
That
Sold
place was
out.
sold out for a
Sold
preseason
out,
game. What do you
and they
think it's
broke
gonna be
numbers.
like for a prime time week one?
And Sunday night?
That place is gonna be way
Yeah,
too loud. I'm sorry, Matt Stafford. You're not getting a good homecoming that you want.
yeah.
Love you, brother, but no.
Okay,
Week
so
one, we
so
come out
so
with
we
the
can both
win.
agree. So we can both agree that the Lions got the first win week one. How
And
you
so
thinking about week two against the Buccaneers?
you're giving us a repeat of the playoffs last year. I think it's gonna be another win. I think
Mm,
though this one might be a little bit closer than some people realize. Tampa Bay is no slouch. They proved a lot of people wrong, and they're going to come out hungry this year. I think they'll
I
make
got
a
the
run.
opposite. Go, sorry, go ahead. I listen.
I think they're going to make a run with. They're going to make a run in the NFC. But I think the Lions come out with a win in this one. What do you got?
As bad I want to say we win that game, I think that is the return of Baker Mayfield, man. I think Baker's gonna come back with vengeance.
Hmm.
Um, he just he just extended his contract for another year,
Yep.
and he still has things to prove. And what no way better to prove it than coming back to Detroit and go playing the team that you just lost to a
Hmm.
year ago and beating that team. I think he's going to come out red hot fire. I don't
See,
think we have an answer for Buccaneers second week. I think we're
no,
going to be high up on the Rams from beating the Rams that first week. Coming to Tampa Bay, oh, we beat them already. We good. We get Tampa Bay. And they come out. I wouldn't say smoke us, but I think it's going to be a close game. I
I
think
think it'll be
that's a loss
close.
for us. I think that's our first loss of the season to Cleveland.
I think it'll be close, and I can see where you're coming from because that's the X factor in that game is going to be Baker Mayfield, and
For
that's why I
sure.
started off with a statement saying that they're going to be hungry to prove something, and they proved a lot of people wrong, and Baker Mayfield really proved a lot of people wrong.
Heck yeah.
I didn't think he was going to be
Hold on, quick,
nothing
Slim.
else.
I need my charger real quick. Hold on, hold on.
Ah, you good?
I'll chop that. I'll chop this part out. Chop that out real quick. Where the hell is my charger? I don't know damn well I didn't put it on. Slim.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Technical difficulties have
Quick
been
technical
issued
difficulties.
or addressed.
We're good though. So
But
yeah, so well, like I said with Tampa, I feel like it'll be Baker Mayfield's chance to come back, get that revenge, get that
mhm.
second chance saying, hey, I want this contract. I'm serious. The Buccaneers by 3 or 6.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it'll be a
it's a
close
close
game
game.
either way.
Close game, regardless.
I can see it.
Okay.
All right, week
All right, we got
four.
week three. Week three,
Oh
who you
yeah,
got?
no, shoot, week three. That's a win.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, we ain't gotta explain that. We ain't gotta explain.
sorry, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, you're cooked.
Oh wait, time out. They're even more cooked. I mean, I shouldn't say it that way because Marvin Harrison Jr. is a dog,
oh, okay, yeah, but
but
it's still not enough.
mm,
It's still not gonna be enough.
Kyler Murray hasn't really shown or proven any much yet. So
Right.
we'll chalk that up as a win. Week four, let's
Week
go.
four,
Let's go
Seahawks.
Seattle. Mm,
In the last 2 years, I don't think
mm,
we've beaten Seattle,
mm-mm.
but I think it's a primetime game.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, same here. I'm feeling the same way. I got
I
the
rem
Lions up.
I remember this would have been 2022. We went for my birthday to the Lions Seahawks game at Ford Field, and I remember my drunk butt screaming at our defense that we were making Geno Smith look like a god. I'm sorry, he ain't gonna be on that kind of level this year.
Nah,
I
nah.
think they still got the pieces in play, and they've got Kenny Walker. And if you give him any room, as
Mhm,
Michigan fans know, you give him
mhm.
any kind of space, that guy's gonna cook you.
Heck
We'll
yeah.
see. But I still think that's gonna be an okay win. All right, you know what? I take that back. I think it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a close game. I say within one or two scores.
That's fair.
Um, week
Okay, we got
five's
week
a
five
bye.
Cowboys. Now, this is the controversy me and you have.
Well, week five's a bye, so we
Well,
gotta wait
bye,
till week
bye.
six to get this one.
Week six.
This is where I have Detroit unfortunately losing their first game, at least on my end.
Okay.
Now, I hate to do this because I hate the Cowboys, oh excuse me, the Cowgirls with a passion. Um,
Facts. Same here.
they got a little too much of this, and as we all know in this day and age in our world, money talks. And so I hate to say it that way, but or say it this way, but the Lions just part of me, I want to win and I hope I'm wrong, but we've not had good luck in Dallas for years now. And something just tells me we're about to have a Taylor Decker situation all over again. I hate to bring up that all old controversy.
He reported.
Oh yeah, he reported hashtag reporting. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong on this one, but I think this is where we see the Lions get their first loss this year.
And I'm the opposite with that. I feel like this is just like you said with the Seahawks, three times a charm.
Mhm.
I feel like that'll be our first win in Dallas, in my opinion. But what?
Hey, again, I hope I'm wrong. I just something just tells me
Heck
that's what it is.
yeah. So we go.
And this is another one of those
Just
games where I look at this
like
next week.
next.
Now, if JJ McCarthy was not out for the year, this is a different story.
Yeah. Oh. Who hot take? Hot take. Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly with wholeheartedly with the JJ comment. Um, yeah, just I'm cute like that. I agree with you.
I just
I agree.
Sam Darnold is what I would like to consider um Mr. Cheeks. Shout out to our friend Jashawn Bailey, Mr. Cheeks. He is not good at all. He has not proven anything in this league to where he can withstand anything and be. His track record precedes himself. He is, and yeah, he's got the weapons. I mean, they got what is it? They still got one of the best receivers in the league in Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I don't know. If TJ Hawkinson can be healthy like he was in Detroit, that's a weapon.
That's a big one.
Um, isn't there running back DeAndre Swift now?
Cool
Or is that
for the Vikings.
yeah.
No, he's on
Um
the Bears. He on the Bears.
that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. But
I'm
they
drawing
don't
a
have
blank.
he got hurt though.
Okay.
What's his name? Alvin Cook is Cook still?
That's what I'm trying to remember here because I hate to
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
it out here and
yeah.
not
We don't want to
know.
put no false information, but it doesn't matter. Either way, they're cooked. Regardless who they got out there, they need a solid quarterback. Okay,
And
if
they
they would
don't
have
have
had
it.
Kirk Cousins this year, they would have been solid. But no,
Mm-hmm. Because
they're going to
I'm
be back.
looking.
And their defense is horrendous, by the way. The Vikings
Oh,
defense
their
is
defense is
yeah,
awful.
toots.
That's right. Aaron Jones. Even with Aaron Jones, Justin
It don't matter.
Jefferson,
Doesn't matter.
Jordan Addison, maybe. No, with Sam Darnold. And then if Sam Darnold goes down, who is their backup? Nick Mullins? Oh my God.
Okay.
No.
All right. So yeah. So we're gonna scratch it off.
Cross
Okay. So dub.
skull my ass.
Yeah. Dub. Dub.
All right,
All right.
next week.
The Titans.
We
Yeah.
got Mr. Mayo himself, Will Levis, coming to town.
I think this game is gonna be closer than a lot of people think. I think.
I think so too. I still think we come out with a win on this
For
one.
sure. Dub. Yeah. For sure.
Um, but this I think Tennessee might have a little chip on the shoulder and kind of, you know what? I'll just go out and say it. The Tennessee Titans might be this year's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where they've got all the doubters in the world, and they've got something to prove with a chip on their shoulder and surprise a lot of people. I could kind of see that.
Oh.
Calvin Ridley's got a lot of negative vibes surrounding him, just not a lot of doubt, or just too many doubters. I did my big money draft, fantasy draft last night.
Yeah.
Shout out to Team Kneecappers. Um, but we talked a lot of trash about Calvin Ridley and how nobody wanted him, and rightfully so. But I could see this being, like you had said, a lot closer.
For sure.
So I still think we come out with a win. I can see this being, I can see this one being a one or two score game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. But and then the next week,
Packers, boy. Pack City. Now,
the
this is a
Keebler
whole
Elves.
revamped team.
Yep,
A revamped team,
I hate to say it.
and as as much as I hate the Packers growing up, man, um, Jordan Love is good.
And while we're
By the
even,
way,
you know what? Now that we're even
they win
talking about
tonight?
it, they are up right now on Philly by 2 with five
Okay.
minutes to go in the third quarter, 26-24.
Okay, yep, I'm seeing that right now. Okay, same thing. Okay.
Let's
Okay.
look at, let's look at some I wonder, you know what? I'm gonna pull up ESPN while I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Go ahead. Go crazy, Cash.
I'm
Go
gonna pull
crazy,
up some
Cash.
ESPN while I'm thinking about it. Let's look at the box score while we're even before we start talking trash about the Fudge Packers. I'm sorry, Greek Packers. Sorry. Jordan Love right now, 10 for 23 for 173 yards, two tutties, one interception, got one sack against them with a rating of 80.5.
That's not horrible.
No, it's not horrible
It
either.
was not horrendous. He got
No,
two
it's
touchdowns, man.
respectable.
Yeah,
Even with one
it's
interception,
yeah, it's okay. He's up two, so well that helps because he's winning the game right now. But
I
okay,
can, yeah. So rushing, let's see here. Their big pickup, Josh Jacobs, 9 carries for 19 yards. Eesh. Now, Jaden Reed and Emmanuel Wilson are doing the legwork there, not by much. Now, I should preface with Jaden Reed because he has 1 carry for 33 yards, and that is one of their touchdowns. So let's put that out there.
okay,
Emmanuel Wilson has gone 3 carries for 37 yards, averaging 12 yards a carry. The receiving, let's see here. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Tucker Kraft, Josh Jacobs has got a reception in there.
hmm.
Christian Watson, Luke Musgrave, Dontavian Wicks.
Okay. So he's for sure spreading it out. Then okay, he's
Well,
spreading it out.
I say so. Right now, Jaden Reed, 2 catches, 79 yards with a touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, 3 catches, 41 yards. Tucker Kraft, 2 catches, 37 yards. Josh Jacobs, 1 for 9. Christian Watson, 2 for 7. So Jordan Love spreading.
He's
Jordan,
definitely spreading out though. Yeah, he's
he's
definitely
spreading the
spreading out.
love,
Yeah,
pun intended.
which I respect. Which I like a quarterback who can spread the love out more than just spamming one receiver or one core guy.
Mhm.
That's one thing I do respect about quarterbacks, and that's what makes them great. And think about Jordan Love, like just seeing him just last year, and first and foremost about that playoff win he won against the
Hmm.
excuse me, I'm sorry, against the Cowboys. Like he looked this, I don't want to say he is, but he looked like a young Aaron Rodgers.
Oh shit.
He was dicing the Cowboys secondary up
Oof.
so bad.
Ooh.
It looked he looked like prime. I'm saying in that game, not saying he is, not saying he was the whole season,
Yep,
but in that game specifically against the Cowboys, that first round game, he was dicing up that Cowboy secondary. He was looking
I can
like
see
prime
it.
A Rod. And honestly, if he continues to go the route he's going right now, because I think he's a top 10 QB in the league right now, in my eyes. That might sound crazy. But I think Jordan Love's the best. I think Jordan Love's number 10 exactly on the dot. Hot take. Hot take. People look at me crazy as that. But if you just watch
Just
him
wait.
play,
You got a crazy take? Wait a couple more weeks. I've got a crazy
gives you
take for
crazy.
you.
I'm just saying, if you watch the way he plays and watch how he breaks down defenses
Hmm.
and just watch his style of game,
He
he's he's tough.
he learned from one of the best. As much
But
as I like to talk
exactly.
crap about Aaron Rodgers, he learned from one of the best. And
Yes.
he was set up for success from day one, in my opinion. And so I can see Jordan Love like 11 or 12 maybe,
uh
but I follow that up with saying if he keeps going like you had said, if he keeps going the way he is right now, Jordan Love can be elite.
for sure.
He is borderline elite right now, but he's got a little bit more to prove to get to that
Definitely. Oh yeah, he has
status,
lots to prove.
but I'm telling you right now, if he keeps going on this track the way he is, that's elite status all day long.
Yes.
And it could get Green Bay a win against Detroit finally. So I say that to follow it up with Detroit goes into Lambeau and beats them week 9.
Same. Boom. All right, got you there.
So
Okay. So
week
next week.
10, I
Texans.
ugh,
Texans.
I hate to say
Okay.
this because it's kind of funny now that I look back at it. Texas is not our friend this year, the state of Texas. I have Detroit going into Houston and losing. I say that just because Houston is another one of those Tampa Bay like teams. Chips on their shoulder, had a lot to prove, especially their rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, who I hate that I'm about to spit this name out in this chat,
Go ahead.
but I'll just say Ohio because they don't deserve to have their full name said, in my opinion. Go blue, by the way. National
Yes.
champs.
Just
Hashtag
just for the
hashtag
record,
witch hunt.
we are Michigan fans. We are Michigan fans. That's why.
Hashtag witch hunt against Jim Harbaugh.
Got you.
Um, I think Houston ended that season on such a high that it's gonna it's just gonna be one of those weeks where Houston's gonna surprise a lot of people.
For
And
sure.
now I preface this too with saying a lot of people have gone out and predicted the Super Bowl being Houston and Detroit this year.
I've heard Houston and Detroit. I've also heard Bills in Detroit. So
We'll see. We'll
we'll
see.
see. We'll see. We're
But
gonna see.
I think Houston rides that high or continues to ride that high for another week, and they hand Detroit another L week 10.
Okay. And I am the opposite. I feel like we go down to Houston and we handle business. I feel like personally, just on the fact of on our depth, all the players we have on our depth so far. I think Houston's a good team, but I just think personally the Lions will go down there in Houston and just handle business. So
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong.
yeah, yeah, right, right. But these are our predictions, right, right. All right,
Exactly.
no predictions, all predictions.
Week 11.
Jags, Lions.
Have you seen the movie Remember the Titans?
I have seen it plenty of times.
I look at Trevor Lawrence and I think of sunshine. So I think
Okay.
even though Sunshine proved people wrong and ended up winning that title for TC Williams, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to have that same kind of luck. Jacksonville is just not that good. Now,
Jacksonville.
they got some dogs.
Yeah, they
Uh,
do.
like Travis Etienne is still a dog in my opinion, and he is
Mm,
tough. If we can contain him with that stud defense that we've got, and we'll get into that as far as defensive keys to success
right.
here in a bit. But if we can contain Travis Etienne and
He'll
shut
be
him
solid.
down,
He'll be solid.
I think Jacksonville goes up being the Kitty Cats instead of the Jaguars that night, and we get a win.
There you go. Okay. Solid one.
Week 12 at
Now,
Indy.
yes. Here's my hot take. But go ahead.
Oh,
I'll let you
flip.
this is my hot take for this. Go ahead. But go ahead. I'll let you go rock first. I'll let you
All
go rock
right.
and roll first.
Indy is always tough, and a lot of people are high on Anthony Richardson right now.
Yes.
Um, and if he can stay healthy, that guy is a dog, and he has proven it. I think this one is a win, but it is under 7 points. I think it might be a field goal game, back and forth, and Jake Bates comes out at the end as the
Jake
hero.
Bates. I forgot he's our starting kicker because the other one got hurt. But yeah.
I low
Yeah.
key think if he can keep his nerves, I think he's better than Michael
Oh,
Badgley, in my
oh
opinion.
yeah. He'll be good. He'll be fine. I know
He
he'll be
he
fine.
might be the next drunken idiot in Matt Prater. Shout out Matt Prater.
Shout out Matt Prater, shout out Jason Hanson.
Oh my God.
Jason Hanson is the Lions kicking goat, but that's
Yes.
some that's a
That's
thing.
here, there. But no,
Yeah,
I think Indy, I think Indy is gonna be a field goal
game.
game, I think. But you gotta give me this hot take because this next week, week 13, is the big you want to talk hot takes of hot takes. I've got the pancakes of hot takes coming.
Man, big dog.
So
All right.
what you got?
I got us taking the L in Indy.
Ooh.
I got us taking a hard L too. And
Ooh.
I say plus 14 points they're gonna put on us. And here's why. We have a history of struggling with running quarterbacks, right?
This is
So
true.
if we just flash back to last season, we talk about Justin Fields or, just any quarterback that just ran the ball, not just strictly ran the ball, but was a threat of running.
Hashtag Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes' first game, we got to catch him scrambling and moving and stuff like that. We've always had an issue with that. Like, okay, now granted, yes, we have upgraded our D line. We've got EJ Redder in the middle. On the other side, we have a couple more weapons. But I think this game, coming off a Jaguars win, going into Indy, I think we're going to take them for granted. And that might sound kind of crazy to try to just project, think ahead, but I think of just just being the Texans,
Yep.
being the Jaguars, and then going into Indy like, okay, we got Indy, Anthony Richardson, he's nothing, whatever, right? Cool, we don't get this dub. I think he's gonna light us up on the ground and passing. You know,
I
he
can
still
kind
has
of see it.
Pittman. You know what I'm saying? Like he still has Pittman. He still got core guys around him that's going to be solid. You know what I'm saying? And he's the guy this year
Now,
because
now, correct me if I'm wrong. Does he still have JT?
yes,
If
yes,
JT can be healthy, dear God.
yeah. I'm saying if he's healthy that week too, and they're coming into Indy with that same mindset, which I'm not saying they're going to, but in my prediction, coming from against a strong Texans team, a weak Jaguars team going into Indy, I feel like Anthony Richardson is going to get off, especially against our rush.
I could
So
see it.
that's all L for me against the Colts going into Indy. So
I mean, I could see it too, and you got a good point there.
yeah,
If we just let Anthony Richardson have a day.
that's what
Now
I'm
our
saying.
defense is tough, But if we just let him do what he wants to do, and then we're kind of
That's what
toast, because you're right. Even though we went into Kansas City and beat them, we
right.
couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes. Barely
No.
nobody can really stop Patrick Mahomes except his wife. Sorry. I'm tired. I don't care. You better.
Hey, boy, you finna go viral, boy. You better chill out with these comments,
I'm
boy.
kidding. Hey, hashtag out. Hey, shout out to Brittany.
He's on the
But
Brittany.
hey, no. Hey, and that's not like a knock or anything like that. I didn't mean it in a negative way. I'm just
Right.
saying, happy wife, happy life. So,
Facts.
but nobody can really stop Patrick Mahomes, as I,
Facts.
no matter who you are,
Yeah.
until he gets older and past his prime. Nobody can really stop him right now. So,
Yeah, he's a
but all right, now let me crack the knuckles on this one.
go crazy, brother.
Week 13,
Yes, sir.
we got Chicago coming to town.
Also on Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm. Always a classic when you get Chicago or Green Bay coming to town on Thanksgiving.
I love it. I
But
love it.
here's the hot take.
Talk to me.
And I've got a lot of people giving me flack for this one,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what? I'm standing by it. And if
Mm-hmm.
I'm wrong, I'll eat my words and I'll give my respects when it's where it's due. But I firmly believe, and I know we're gonna hear from Gerard and any other Chicago fan, but I firmly believe that Caleb Williams is gonna be a bust in this league. Now, he's got the record, he's got the speed, he's got the athleticism, he's got all these pieces in play. But we always say that about all these quarterbacks, some of these quarterbacks coming out of college, and a lot of these quarterbacks that we say that about crap the bed, i.e., Jamarcus Russell, bust. Ryan Leaf, bust and a half. I can go on and on. I think when you and I were talking before we came on and we started recording, I think he's got too much of a Hollywood slash pretty boy mentality. Now he's got the athleticism, like I said. I just think he's too much in his head, especially with not wanting to do any of the draft workouts or any of that other stuff. I just think so. Just I got that sneaky feeling Caleb Williams is going to be a bust. Now, again, I say that to say if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I will eat my own words. I will give the man his props when it's due. Let me say that. But for now, until otherwise proven, sorry, he's going to be another Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell type. I think he's going to be a bust. Chicago leaves, doesn't get any of that Thanksgiving turkey, and Detroit wins on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay, so yes, I do agree with you on Chicago losing the game against the Lions. Yes. Um, just like we said before, we talked on the live before the recording. Yes. Okay. Oh, I can't call him a bust. I think he's going to not see success in Chicago because over the years
Mm-hmm.
of being down bad in Chicago, the whole organization, how he is a person, flashy person, the nails, the look, that's not him. And just like I said before, the look he has is like an LA type or a Texas type or a bigger city vibe with success. He needs to be on a successful team to be successful. Just like
Mm-hmm.
he was with USC, he was on a successful team. He was successful. Wherever he needs to go in his NFL journey, he needs to be on a successful team. Chicago is not going to give him that.
No, not right
Chicago's
now.
organization, not right now. Chicago's bad. Chicago's been bad for the past 8, 7, 8 years, right? So we got to keep that in consideration with Caleb Williams. But overall, man, I just don't think he's going to be a bust for his whole career. But I think with Chicago, he will not see success. That's what
No.
I'm saying.
And I mean, you know what? You got a point there. And, as long as he's with Chicago, I'll call him a bust. But I can agree with you there. I'm
I
sorry,
feel
I cannot stand Chicago.
I feel you. I feel you. I
They're
feel
like
it.
they're like the Cubs, not the Bears. Come on now. But no, for real, I can agree and see that, he needs to be in a bigger market than Chicago in order to flourish.
Sure.
Because he's got the athleticism. And
Right.
if you can get better pieces and, surrounding, or supporting casts around him, he could be a dog.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
right now, I don't see it.
Right.
Week 14,
Okay.
back-to-back
Packers.
rivals.
Packers in Detroit.
Hmm.
Which one?
Now, I think again we were kind of high on Jordan Love that first go around. I
Mm-hmm.
think just because it's in Detroit this time,
Mm-hmm.
I still think, and we talked about it right off the bat, week one with LA. I think that this crowd is just going to be too dang loud.
Yeah. Okay.
And while Jordan Love's on a hot streak,
Mm-hmm.
he's emulating Aaron Rodgers a lot. He's starting to
Mm-hmm.
show shades of him. I think he reverts back to his old self.
Okay.
I think he reverts back to his young rookie self and gets a little scared. Some penalties, false starts, all this stuff. They're
For
not
sure.
going to like this Detroit crowd. This
Mm-hmm.
crowd is going to be an X factor this year with anybody that comes into Ford Field. I don't care what way you look at it. Detroit wins this one against Green Bay week 14.
Okay. And again, I hope I'm wrong. I totally hope I'm wrong.
Oh shit.
But I got the Packers coming in to Ford Field, and well, for sure it'll be a close game. But I do have the Lions losing against the Packers week 14. I just think Jordan Love is just going to have, you know, too much Florida season
Mhm.
coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because I said in Lambeau when they coming in Lambeau and beat them, I thought they'd come in to us and beat us. But that's the only reason. Only because they beat them in Lambeau.
Mhm.
They're gonna come into Ford Field and they're gonna beat us. That's the only reason why I say it. So
But in this, let me say this too, is any Green Bay game is always tough. I don't
yeah,
care how good Green Bay is or bad or how good or bad Detroit is. That game is
right.
always got,
Always gonna be a tough one. Always.
it always brings out a little extra dog in everybody. So we'll see.
Let's see.
Those games are toss-ups, but
For sure.
I hope you're wrong too. But hey, week
Yeah, I'm wrong. I hope I'm
15,
wrong. 15 Bills.
ooh,
What you said? Here. Let me say my piece first. I'll let you go first. Let
okay.
me say my piece. Let you go. I got the Bills losing.
I
I
do
don't
too,
think
though.
Josh.
I
Okay,
do
okay, cool,
too.
okay. As long as the same page. Okay, go to the same page. I got the Bills losing. He doesn't have the same weapons.
No.
He is not. It's especially the home factor, especially us being at home. I feel like that's really the biggest factor against the Bills.
Let's not forget, wasn't he the cover athlete on Madden just last year?
And you know what happens with cover athletes?
Hmm.
Careers go to
I
pool.
hate, I hate to say that one, to throw that one out there, but that until otherwise proven or straightened out, whatever.
Right.
But I can agree. Josh Allen just does not have the weapons surrounding him right now.
That's simple.
I don't care what other, I mean, the relationship between him and Stephon Diggs was one thing, but Stephon Diggs is a horse.
Yeah, a dog.
He
Yeah.
is a horse McGee is what we like to call him. He
Yeah.
doesn't have him anymore. He doesn't really have a good supporting cast around him. I
Yeah.
think we beat Buffalo week 15.
Gotcha.
Now, week 16, I hate to say this because this
Mm-hmm.
one's always a toss up. Chicago is always a tough place to play, no matter how bad they
Always.
are.
Always. Always.
I think we sweep Green Bay this year, but I think this year we trade 1-1 with Chicago, and I think we go into Chicago at Soldier Field and get served a no.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Caleb Williams. This is where Caleb Williams starts to shine. Maybe He's got a good supporting cast. I mean, let's not forget the people, he's got surrounding him right now. If
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift is healthy, he can he
Yeah.
he can go off. Let's not forget the receivers he's got. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, who
Yeah.
is a dog. Let's not
Dog.
forget that he's got one of the most elite receivers, in my opinion, this league has seen in a long time, and Keenan Allen as well. That was
Yep.
a huge
That was a
free.
huge pickup though. And that scared me a little bit.
Hmm.
Scared me a little bit. So
So even though we're knocking on Chicago, I think that front office had shades of Brad Holmes and really kind of came to play this offseason. So
right.
by this time in the season or at that point in the season, we'll see.
Mhm.
You know, I think though we trade off on Chicago, we lose week 16.
I feel the same way.
Okay.
So I can't say nothing about that. I agree with that.
All right, week 17.
Woo! Back in San Fran.
Whew. Screw the 49ers. We go into San Francisco and get that revenge. No
Ah.
other way to put it. We go in and
No,
get the revenge.
as bad as I want you to be right, and I'm not gonna
Don't
sit here as a hey. I know.
this ham sandwich.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to say because I that's what I want. Like we
Hmm.
just lost you on NFC Championship. We come to San Francisco, we come whoop y'all ass, and then we go play Minnesota next week.
Hmm.
I want that, but I feel like we're gonna be coming off of just hear me out, hear me out.
Okay.
At home against San Francisco, I don't think we beat San Francisco at home in the last 10 years, I believe, or 9, 10 years. I'm not
Something like
exactly sure
that.
how many years. I've seen some stat, right? I think they are going to whoop our tail.
They coming to whip that ass.
Yes, I think with Brock Purdy and them, they're going to prove a point. It's after Christmas time,
Hmm.
it's also almost playoff time, so you get at the top of the top of the standings, trying to have
Oh
home
yeah.
field advantage. Yeah, I think 49ers are going to whoop our ass personally that week. They're gonna whoop our ass, and then the week after that, we're gonna go play Minnesota and whoop their ass. But that's a sequence I got. But that game is going to give us the motivation for the playoffs.
I can
That
see that.
that 49ers loss is gonna give us motivations to go play in the playoffs. But
I can see it happening either way too. I just think we have enough revenge, enough of a chip on our shoulder to go back and Levi Stadium and get that win. We know how to play there. We know what it's like, the environment. I mean, I hope you're wrong. I mean,
yeah,
we'll
no, no,
see as
no.
it,
Listen. I hope I'm wrong,
and this
but
is just preseason predictions though too. So something can happen, good or bad, ugly. We don't know. But hey, I hope you're wrong.
yeah, I am the same way. I am the
Now,
same way.
let's not spend too much time on this. Week 18, I'm
Week
sorry, we
18,
win.
yeah, we know what's gonna happen with that. It's gonna be belt to ass, so we're not gonna worry about that.
All right. All right, let's make this quick because of the time.
Yeah,
Offensive keys to success. I've got four points that I came up with. Four key points on this.
get going.
Keep Gibbs and Montgomery healthy. Both.
That's number one. That's
You
for sure number
can't
one.
you can't have just one of them. That is what I would like to call when Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards were healthy and both playing at a high level for
Yes,
Michigan. That is a deadly 1-2 punch. And if they
sure.
are both healthy, I am sorry. You cannot stop Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery, especially Gibbs. If you give him that space, you give him that time, he finds just that much even. He's got too much of a quick first step where he's gonna find green even if it isn't there. And
All
he
right,
is going to cook you.
sure.
So that's my first one. My X factor on the Lions. offense. And I picked him up for this reason too. I think he's going to have that X factor kind of season. Jameson Williams.
Thank you. All right, that's all. That's all I hear. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
He's got
yeah,
too many doubters right now, and rightfully so.
yeah.
I
For
mean,
sure. Oh, definitely.
I kind of was one of them to start. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Given the gambling issue, regardless of how one feels about it, the injury coming, just coming out of Alabama, and stuff like that. He's got a lot of things to prove still.
Sure.
But,
No.
and I say that too, preface that too, with saying that Amon Ra needs to have more of a supporting cast. He cannot do everything himself,
For sure.
so
For sure. Yeah, I'll give you that too. Yeah.
because if you think about it, who does pass Amon Ra and Jameson Williams? Who do you got?
I mean,
Exactly.
well, I mean, if you want to get technical, I mean, we do have Laporta.
Okay,
To get
let me.
technical with receiving, he's not a receiver, but with receiving, we do have Laporta.
That's true, and he is another one of my keys to success, and
Okay.
that Sam Laporta should not have a rookie hangover. A
Ah,
lot of rookies got that era, usually have that, that rookie since they or that rookie high or whatever, and they'll go off and then, crap to bed their sophomore season in the league. I really hope that does not happen.
mhm.
I don't think it will, but in order to be successful, Sam Laporta should not and cannot have a rookie hangover. And we're talking about the receivers. I low key, I mean, Khalif Raymond is okay. He could get some good, decent, third down catches, short yards, whatever.
Yeah.
But another bright spot that I honestly forgot about that kind of showed out this preseason, Isaiah Williams.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
That guy kind of turned some heads, and we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. And
But
that's all we can do. All we can do is see.
exactly. But like I said, Jameson Williams is the X factor in my opinion on that offense. If he can show out this year like
Mhm.
he did in Alabama, he's had some bright spots. He's shown he's had shades of greatness so far in the league when he's healthy and not in legal trouble.
He'll be
That's the
sure.
X
He'll be
factor.
good. He'll be good.
Now, I'm going to end it there. My offensive keys. The offensive line needs to stay healthy. We're we've got a scary offensive line if they can stay healthy. And
Yeah.
if I'm thinking of at least now, give me your thoughts on this. But I've got three guys that come out to the top of my head: Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow,
Mhm.
oh gosh, Graham Glasgow.
Glasgow. Yes. Glasgow.
I mean, I'm not going to say Dan Skipper because he's had his spots and now he's finally made the team instead of going practice squad to
Right.
active roster.
Hmm.
But if Decker, Glasgow, and Ragnow can stay healthy,
Hmm.
get the hell out of the way, in
We
my
good.
opinion.
We
But
good.
what are your thoughts on that offensive line or those offensive keys? What do you
I,
got?
well, I'll say, um, I would say the main thing you said was just staying healthy. I feel like just having everybody healthy for a full 18, 17, 18 game season is the key piece. Offensive line, quarterback, running back, receiver, whoever.
And
We
that's
need
a
to be healthy.
and that is a good point too, because we are expanding to 18 games this year.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
17 games, but yeah,
17
including
extra.
18, including the bye. But yeah, we've got a longer season.
We have a longer season. So the biggest thing I would say from your takeaways from your top four was they're definitely just staying healthy. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Because if we're not healthy in at least a couple positions, it can be an issue, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because you know, you only have Amron, JMO, and who a third receiver?
Right now, Isaiah Williams, Khalif Raymond are the other
Three
two.
Freeman, I was on the fence right now. Like just having those three. Now imagine if if Amon St. Brown's out for 3 weeks or 4 weeks,
Ooh.
and they're gonna rely on JMO. And also imagine if um
Don't speak that evil, by the
Glasgow
way.
is out. I'm not speaking, but just hypothetically,
Right, right.
if we lose two or more guys in this offense, and we're just talking about offense right now, in this offense,
Hmm.
it's not going to be the same offense we've seen this past year.
No.
It's going to be completely different. It's going to be completely different. And I'm
Hmm.
hoping to God that Ben Johnson has some type of plan if something happens, goes towards with injuries or some, out the
Right.
blue happens, right?
And I'm glad he stuck around because that guy
Oh
is
my
a
God, yes.
guru and a half.
You know how happy I was when I got that notification that Ben Johnson.
So, but you say all that, and I agree, right? But I feel like if you need somebody as far as like a coach or a coordinator to kind of finagle and finesse his way around and figure out some whatever, Ben Johnson's that guy that can find whatever and make whatever work, in my opinion.
For sure.
But I
And
agree, though,
yeah,
we cannot lose too many people because if we get to that point, it might not be as pretty as people are expecting right now.
it's gonna be
So,
ugly. Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
all right.
So honestly, so I only have two keys, and the keys, the keys you brought up was pretty much my keys, pretty much. Just
Hey, great
number
minds think
one,
alike. I mean, come on now.
you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Just think, great lines thinking about it. So obviously the first one was just being healthy.
Yep.
Just having everyone staying the course, everybody being good to go for the whole season, and having a healthy playoff run. That's going to be good for a good playoff run, being healthy. And two, my second point was our defense, making sure our defense stays consistent throughout this whole season.
Hmm.
Because we have a whole new secondary. We have Carlton Davis, Amik Robertson, just a whole new corners, safeties. We got Brian Branch coming down playing the nickel here
Here's
and
what
there.
Brad Holmes just did on our
Can
defense
get,
this
get,
year.
give us
Like,
a big give us a
pump,
big bow. Give us a big
well,
bow.
pop.
You
It
feel me?
plopped hard on the table.
You
Like,
know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
here.
so we have a whole new system now. We have a whole new system for our
Right.
defense. As long as we have chemistry in our defense, we know, you know, excuse me, like the coordinates. We know everything we need to do
Yep.
to be successful as a defense.
Yep.
We'll be fine. I think we're gonna do really good. I think our defense is gonna be really good this year.
I think so too. And kind of going off, piggybacking off of that, as far as defensive key success, I only had the three. Our defense looks is revamped. It looks better right now on paper, and I really hope it stays that way.
On paper, yes, sir.
Um, Branch and Campbell need to not have a rookie hangover. So it's the same with Laporta. They
Yes.
cannot go into this season running that rookie high and crap the bed. I think those two have gotta. I mean, Branch has to stay healthy too.
Yeah.
But we really need Branch and Campbell to not have a rookie hangover. But more importantly, Aiden Hutchinson needs help on that defensive line, and he got it in a form of DJ Reader and Marcus Davenport, who are some horses.
So
So you've got to continue. Teams had to worry about Hutch trying to break through that line and get after their quarterback. You've got three dogs now coming after you.
two dogs.
But let's not look past, Josh Pascal even,
Yes.
but another one that really is an X factor could be
I know
on
you're gonna bring
defense.
him up. I, go ahead, say his. Go ahead, say his name.
Aleem freaking McNeil.
McNeil, dog. He's gonna have to show up this year, man. He goes to, and also who I was thinking about a lot this last offseason coming
Yeah.
up. I was thinking a lot of James Houston, man.
Ooh.
Like he
Ooh.
showed out in the 2022 season. In the last 8 games, he
Yep.
had like what some crazy amount of sacks, crazy amount of numbers, and then all of a sudden he just started. Well, he got injured. Obviously, he got injured.
Right, right,
He was
right.
he was on special teams. They put him on special teams or whatever. But it's like,
Hmm.
you know, if he can get activated too, coming behind Hutchinson,
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's another problem we have. That's another like a good problem we'll have. So
Right.
it's just as long as we stay healthy and as long as our defenses come together, I feel
Yep.
like we will be in the in the bowl, in the
I
Super
think
Bowl.
so too.
I think
Um,
healthiness, just being healthy.
I agree. So you got a better defensive line. Our secondary cannot get torched as much as it did, though. As a big one.
Shout out to Cam Sutton.
Oh no,
Shout out to
no,
Cam.
no, no, no.
Shout out to Cam Sutton, my dog,
CJ Gardner Johnson. Don't forget about that fool.
who talks all that trash and still getting baked.
Talks all that rah rah.
Yeah,
But
but
no,
yeah,
our secondary, as good as it was, as good as it was supposed to be.
right.
Teams were smart enough that that beat us. Like San Francisco was just that good when
Yeah,
it counted and mattered the most to throw it and get us torched.
for sure.
I mean, the IU catch was just a fluke catch, but in my opinion, Ayuk's just good enough, and he was in the right spot at the right time. All right.
Yeah,
As
pretty
much as
much.
I hate how that play happened and
I
unfolded,
didn't think about that. Yeah,
my gosh,
yeah,
he was just in the right spot at the right time. Any
yeah.
other receiver other than maybe Debo does not pull that catch off.
No, no, doesn't happen.
So, but still, even if Ayuk does not make that catch, we still prove that our defense could get torched deep. That cannot happen. I don't think it will happen, though. You're
I
talking
hope it
about a
doesn't happen.
different defense. Let's look. Carlton Davis, Ennis Rakestraw, Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, Brian Branch, Melifanu, Kirby Joseph. Oof. I mean, you got some guys sprinkled in here and there, but Terrion Arnold has proven to be a dog and a half, and I'm sorry, he is going to be scary this year.
And I agree wholeheartedly with Terrion. I feel like, shit, I
He
was
said
just
in
saying
the
he was
draft, I'm
practicing.
home.
Yeah, I'm home. And he said, I'm here. He's locked in from the jump. And I've been seeing a lot of his highlight tape, not highlight tape, a lot of his practice clips and how he's been, with the team and the chemistry. He just looks like he belongs there. Terrion looks like he belongs there. And I feel
Yep.
like, he's here and hopefully he's arrived now early.
Right. We'll
So
see.
I don't want to spend too much time because I know we can go on about the Lions, but you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so here we are, Sammy and Slim, podcast. We are expecting a great season this year,
Mhm.
from the last season. We have high expectations, which is crazy to ever say from a Lions fan, but we expect high expectations this year, man.
I
We're
still
locked in.
remember the lunch sacks on the head. Come
Yeah.
on now.
The Lund Sacks, the 0-16 crying marks, man. But this year, man, is different, man. We're
Hmm.
locked in from the jump,
Hmm.
and we're here, man.
I've
We're
got
here.
two. I got two questions though for you before we get out of here.
Go ahead, go ahead. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Is Goff a top 10 quarterback right now? Why or why not?
Oh, for
I
sure.
think he is.
Yes.
He's
What?
proven it.
Yes. He's proven it through honestly just last year alone. Just off of this NFC championship run, yes, he's proven it alone. Like
You
there's
want
no question about it.
you want to
In
hear
my
some
eyes.
you want to hear some stats though I follow on this, and I agree with you. I think he is. Right now, some thing came out on ESPN back in July. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, he's ranked ahead of Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
That one I kind of
Oh.
I don't
Oh.
agree with that. That's the one I
Brock in
don't
front of
agree with.
Brock?
They have Jared Goff right now ranked ahead of Brock Purdy. That's the
Okay.
one I don't agree with.
Okay.
The one I do agree with though is Jordan Love, but that's here or there. But
Same here.
right now they've got him ranked ahead of Dak, Brock, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, and Kirk Cousins.
Okay. That's
Listen to these stats since week 9 of 2022.
mm-hmm.
Since then, the Lions have won on a 20-7 run.
27 is crazy. Go ahead, go
He
ahead.
has got a 66.8 completion percentage, ranked eighth. He has thrown in that time span for 7,100 yards, ranked two. Two. TDs, 47, ranked third.
Hmm.
He's only thrown in that time span 13 interceptions, tied for ninth. His passer rating is a even Hondo, ranked fourth.
Hmm.
Crazy stats for somebody who still has a lot of doubters. That doesn't make sense, but I
No,
agree. I think he is a top 10 QB.
no
Easy.
question. And just off the season he had last year alone, like how he carried that team and how he was so productive overall. You know what I'm saying? So
I still,
he's added over 4,000 yards, multiple touchdowns, less interceptions. So I think
mhm.
he's solid, yeah, for sure.
And I
No
think it's
question.
funny that he's still, um,
He still got doubters.
he's still got doubters, i.e. Ryan Fitzpatrick, which I still find hilarious how he trashed him on prime time, but that's neither here or there. Last question, and then my dogs are barking, jerks.
Yeah.
Will the Lions repeat as Kings of the North
Oh
once
yeah.
again?
That was my topic list. Yes, yes, yes.
Oof.
Obviously, I'm gonna say yes because I'm biased. Obviously, I don't care what nobody says, but yes, but no, but just on a logical standpoint, yes. I don't think anybody has the roster the Lions have. I don't think. I just think that they're moving in the right direction,
Yep.
culture wise. So yes, I do believe they're North Division champions, and I also think that they will be in the Super Bowl this year.
I can see that too. So let's end it with this.
Go ahead.
Who do
Go
you
ahead. Sorry,
got in the Super Bowl?
got you. Listen.
Talk to me nice. Who do you got? Oh, he's thinking the head is down, ladies and gentlemen.
I got the Detroit Lions
Ooh, okay.
versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Prime
Ooh,
time.
ooh.
Patrick Mahomes finds his way back to the Super Bowl, handles business. Um, but I do have the Chiefs winning. I do have the Chiefs winning. And
Oh,
hear me out. Yes, I know this is the Cinderella story of the Lions making the Super Bowl.
oh.
Stay happy. Everybody get mad, but you cannot knock Patrick
You
Mahomes.
cannot. No, I can agree to that.
And that might sound bad, but this is gonna be our year. Be like, okay, we're here. We're finally here. But I think Kansas City. I'm saying if we play Kansas City, we're gonna
Mhm.
lose. But if we play anybody else, Houston, Baltimore, I don't care. I don't care what it is. We're gonna win.
Right. I've seen a lot of different predictions and stuff on this one. I think the Lions make it regardless of who they play in the NFC Championship game, which right now I have them beating the Rams in the NFC Championship game.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Um,
How about the Super Bowl though? That's a big question. Who they play in the Super Bowl?
realistically, probably Kansas City because they're too
Mm-hmm.
strong.
Okay.
They haven't lost a beat. Even though last night's game against Baltimore is very lackluster, they still
Still haven't lost that touch, man.
no. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick freaking Mahomes.
Yes, he is.
I still remember that the preseason game this year. What was that little rinky dink behind the back? Little
Yeah, that
freaking
was a big. Yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know.
only Patrick Mahomes can pull off some stupid crap like that.
Yes, he can. Yes,
Um, realistically, I can see it being Kansas City.
right.
Now, optimistically, Houston.
I honestly, that'd be a good game though. I would love to watch that. A
I
Houston
just
Detroit Super Bowl, the
now
bootleg.
I then that's kind of why I have Detroit losing to Houston this year or in the regular season.
Mm.
Then to have them
So they
come
come in the
back
Super
and get
Bowl
that revenge.
and the Super Bowl. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Um, I just think that CJ Stroud, the Texans have got more to prove, and they're going to continue on that streak that they had the end last year.
Yes, I agree.
They
I'm the
are
same
going to
way.
be good, just as good, if not better than they were last year, proving more and more people wrong. They're going to get to the Super Bowl. I just think Detroit's too much.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, there we have it, fellas. There's our predictions. There's our Super Bowl predictions. Also our season predictions.
Hmm.
Um, please comment underneath. What you think about the Lions, man? Detroit Lions fan. What y'all think this season? What's the record going to be like? Are we going to be bad, mid, Super Bowl champs? What y'all thinking, man? Let us know in the comments what you think, man.
Hmm.
Thanks for listening to Sammy and Slim. We locked in all season, and we'll catch y'all after the Rams game.
Deuces.
I'll let y'all.